Hello, welcome. This is Sheila with BlueWater Oracle. Today is Monday, October 17th, and I'm here to do an oracle card reading for you. I had hoped to do it outside. It's a gorgeous day outside where I am, a beautiful autumnal day with bright blue skies and sun shining, but it's also very wet outside, so I thought it would be safer for me, the computer, and the cards to be inside. But if you can picture it, the sun is shining, bright blue sky. We're in an area where we do get the leaves changing. So we have still some green leaves, but we also have some bright red, deep red, some yellows, some oranges, and we should get some deeper browns coming in later in the fall. So if you can picture all of that colorful energy around us today. I wanted to do this card reading. We had the full moon over the weekend. So how did you feel with the full moon? Is it something that affects you? Do you notice it? Do you not? Now that I'm saying that it was a full moon, does it make sense when you look back over the last week and the energies and the weekend? We were taking it pretty easy, had a little bit of a cold going on in our household. So taking a quiet weekend. And today it felt like the day that the cards wanted to speak to all of us. And I knew it was coming. I knew there was a reading coming, but I didn't know quite when. So right now seems like the time. So we're going to take a deep breath and we're going to go straight into the cards. Remember that you are picking up the highest good for you. So no matter what I receive through the cards and insights that I get, if you get information, if you get feelings or suggestions, pay attention to that. You know your own intuition and your own life better than anyone. Sometimes we need help from outside, which is where a reading from a reader like myself, an oracle or an intuitive or a psychic can come in useful. But ultimately you always have to go with your own truth. So if you have a pad and paper nearby, or if you want to listen through this once and then make notes after, go ahead. I don't know what's going to come up, so I think we're going to do two readings. I have two of the decks out, so I think we're going to do two cards during this reading. So if you would take a deep breath, hopefully you're somewhere where you can take a pause for a few minutes. If you can put your feet flat on the ground, or if you prefer to sit cross-legged or have your feet up, then imagine that your energy is coming down in connecting with the earth. So it's bringing you grounded, it's bringing you deep into your breath, into your diaphragm, using your whole lungs. Relax through your shoulder, relax through your neck, and also relax that area between your eyebrows, that forehead area, and relax through your jaw. So try to release and calm down the jaw. In the shoulders, and the jaw, and the forehead, these are often places where people tighten up as they hold the stresses of the day. So this is an opportunity to breathe and just to let the whole system calm down a little bit and see what insight it can bring up for you from your spirit, from your soul, and from the universal energies coming to help. Here we go. So keep breathing, thinking about what's best for you. I'm shuffling. This is your moment, your time for insight, for guidance, for suggestions. So that card's actually come very quickly. It's the first card. So because I have two decks, I'm going to pull the two cards to start with, and then if there's any more, we'll go to them after. So second deck, right? Again, breathing. What insights do we need to know? What insights do you need to know? What's going to help you better understand what's going on this week? Better be in your own body, in your own spirit, and then helping you to move forward. So we have the second card, so I'm going to put that down. I don't think we're going to have any other cards. It doesn't feel like it, but we'll see as we go along. They have their own plan, as usual. All right, so our first card here, compassion. A lovely card, compassion, with two hands coming from above, as if making a heart symbol between the thumbs and the fingers. And it's a deep fuchsia colored card, and there's a lot of very intense, darker colored energy around the hands. The vibration of compassion shines through my every cell. There's a lot about this card that feels as though it has to do with healing. So what is going on in your life that involves healing? Is it in your own body, in your own self, or is it primarily for somebody else in your life? Let's look at the two parts, the two sides of it. So if we look at healing for ourselves, you may not, hopefully, you're not going through any large medical condition. Of course, I believe that there would be somebody listening to this who does have something more chronic going on, and this applies equally to you. But particularly, it feels as though to the people who just feel okay. They feel all right. They don't feel ill. They're not have anything known that's going on. And yet, their system is constantly communicating. So there's something within your body system that is indicating it, as a physical body, is not being able to run at its optimum. It is asking for some healing energy. So how can we do this? Well, I believe that there's some lifestyle stuff that can come in here, and it feels as though it's probably pretty important. Certainly for myself, it's been on my mind quite a bit in terms of healthy eating, healthy living, sleeping, active, meditation, stress management, all of that. So when you think for yourself and you think of the idea of being compassionate to self, of bringing healing to self, what do you need to do? What's the first thing that comes up to mind that says, if I do this, my body will have a better opportunity within its cells, because here we're talking about in every cell. So within its cells, to heal, to work on itself, to progress, to advance, and just to feel better. What's that first thing that's coming up? If I were to tune in, I'm hearing water for one person. Sleep, definitely, for somebody else. Being aware of stress, being aware of work, personal life balance. Super important for someone. Physically moving the body for someone else. Being out in nature while you're moving the body, that's also important. And there's someone whose green intake, so intake of green vegetables is not so strong. So there's a nutrient in there that would be good. So those are examples. Oh, and good fats. Somebody else, really good quality fats. So do you get enough good fat? Do you even know what they are? That would be important to look at. I can help you with that, or somebody else. These are types of ideas that could come up, but it could be anything. It could be related to self-love, for someone else, being compassionate, being understanding about yourself. That could be super important today. All of these things are important for everybody, but there's one that's striking as highlighted for you, that when you hear it, you go, oh yeah, those are the signs that I've been getting. That feels more genuine to me. So start there. That would be a great place for you to start. And even just by listening to that information, you're giving self-love, you're paying attention to yourself. And how much better could it be? Give yourself that gift today. Let's look at the next card and see how it ties in. The next card is letting go. Okay. So there's a flow of two fish in a waterway, and there's seashells on the side. So let me read the affirmation from this card. I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. So here we have healing in our first card, compassion with self, paying attention to the signs, listening to what your body system is indicating. This one feels as though more it's coming from a different type of system. This feels as though it's coming more from the mental, emotional system. There is something that you are just holding on to. You're digging your heels in about it. You're clasping on with your hands. Your toes are even tight about it. It's making your whole system feel really tight. So it's going from the mental, psychological, and emotional system, and now it's starting to impact the physical system. So maybe you're getting stress headaches about it. Maybe you're getting digestion that goes a bit wonky, or you're feeling weakness somewhere in your body. And this is the indication there's something here that needs to be addressed. And in this case, for at least someone out there, it's that it's time to let go of something. It's been dragging on too long. It's holding you down. So it's giving me the image that imagine if these two cutie fish swimming and swimming freely had an anchor onto their back fin, onto their tail fin. Or you might have seen videos where fish or even whales, dolphins, that they're caught up in those fishing lines or the nets, and then they can't swim. They're being held down, so they're not able to breathe properly. They're not able to get food efficiently. This is this kind of an image. So for a little while, you were doing okay. You were getting through all right, holding on to this, whatever it is, but now it's starting to drag you down. Now it's starting not to allow you to get up and get that air and feel open and full. So what is it? What comes to mind for you? If you feel completely stuck, then I encourage you strongly to find somebody who can help you. It could be someone like myself who would do an intuitive reading. It could be a good friend. It could be a psychologist. It could be a naturopath. There's a lot of different avenues you can go. Your doctor, if you have a good relationship with them, or even a priest. It could be a religious individual. You need some help to investigate. If it feels extremely heavy, then don't wait too long. There are also energy healers, so tying in with the first card, some people work more directly on releasing blockages within the body, helping the cells. My card readings do that to a certain extent, but there are people who are way more intense at that and more gifted at that. So what is it? Now you can also do it yourself. So through meditation, if you're able to, you can ask to investigate some of this. You can ask to have help to release it and let go while you're sleeping in your dreams. You could also journal it, write it down. Just let it go, write it down. Don't show anybody, just write it. So there's something here that is super important. It's affecting your health. It's affecting your well-being. I believe it might also be affecting your relationships because of the impact it's having on you as an individual. So it's really important, okay? Time to let go of that baggage, to let go of that anchor that is no longer serving you. You no longer need to be staying in that one spot, being held at that one port. It's now time to pull up the anchor, release it, and be able to move on and go with the flow. These fish go with the flow. Yes, there are some that go against the flow, but they're specifically gifted for that. Not everybody is. So most of us want to go with the flow. We know, as the affirmation on this card says, we know that there's an ebbing and flowing of life. And when we surrender to it, when we let go of that which doesn't serve us, we're better able to be in the ebb and flow, and it doesn't feel so heavy. So really important reading for you today. If stuff came up for you, if it felt important for you, then I encourage you to do some journaling, make some notes, look back on it, chat with people about it. You're more than welcome to get in touch with me if I can be of help. Otherwise, I wish you well, and I hope that self-compassion, healing, as well as letting go of what you no longer need is going to help you have a wonderful rest of your day and a beautiful week ahead. All the best. I'm Sheila with BlueWater Oracle, available on Facebook and YouTube at BlueWater Oracle, and my website is BlueWaterOracle.com. I also have a newsletter, so if I don't have your email address, please get in touch. And the cards I used today are the Soul Coaching Oracle cards and the Gateway Oracle cards, both by Denise Linn and published and available through hayhouse.com. Blessings for your day. Take care. Thanks for watching. Please share, like, comment. I love to hear from you. All the best.